After the murder of Uthman, the people realized that the leadership should be in the hands of a just person. Everyone looked at Imam Ali because they felt that he was the only one who could establish order in the community again.
A group of delegates approached Imam Ali, but he refused. He saw that the Muslim nation had become corrupted and morally decayed. If he became leader, he would not let things be the same. He followed Islamic principles and would implement them as a leader. He knew that people would oppose him for this, specifically the privileged, because they would no longer be as powerful as they were before.
The delegates were desperate and they approached him again. They approached Imam Ali with more urgency this time. They said that the Ummah needed guidance. At this point, Imam Ali said that he would accept if they accepted his conditions. He said that he had perfect knowledge of the Quran and knew Rasulullah's practices. If he was leader, he would implement these laws from these two things. The delegates agreed.
The next day was Friday, and Imam Ali went to the Masjid of Rasulullah to pray. The Muslims came up to him and gave their allegiance. Because of this, he was now the political and spiritual guide of the Muslim Ummah. He led Salah and gave a speech. In the speech, he emphasized many points.
One of the points was about submission to Allah. He states that the people have now pledged loyalty to him and that their intentions may not be the same. His intention is to prepare the people for obedience to Allah. People who desired riches, government positions, or other similar things will not be granted any of it.
The second point was about truth. He said that there are two ways of life, right and wrong. The people are free to choose. He tells them that even though the majority of people may adopt sinful ideals, justice and truth will triumph in the end.
The third point was about resolve. He said that things will always be hard and confusing in this journey. People need to be able to find the resolve to fight against sin and maintain obedience to Allah.
The fourth point was about justice. Imam Ali asked the people to help him in restoring justice and not to rest until justice is put forth.
The final point was about Islam. He said that his mission is the same as the Prophets, to establish the kingdom of Allah on earth.
From this speech, people realized that the government would be different from the past. Privileged people did not welcome Imam Ali's leadership because they realized they would not have as much power as before. However, the poor and powerless embraced Imam Ali's leadership because Imam Ali promoted equality and justice to all.
Imam Ali governed on many certain values. Here are some.
One value was freedom and liberty. This was very important to Imam Ali. When he was leading, everyone had the right to choose their course of action. One example was the people chose him to lead voluntarily. He did not force anyone for him to become leader. People who opposed him left Medina. Imam Ali did not try to stop them. They were free to do whatever they wanted.
His second value was love for peace. He was a great warrior and commander, but in reality he loved peace and hated war. All the wars that he fought were to just defend Islam, not for personal gain or stature. During war, the people who commend war are those who are in a position of weakness. Imam Ali did exactly the opposite. He promoted peace when he was strong and his enemies were weak.
His third value was justice. He treated all people equally and wanted to establish social justice for everyone. One example was that he dismissed the governors appointed by Uthman because they were corrupt and unfair. Rather than being chosen because of piety or righteousness, they were chosen because they were related to Uthman. He did this to keep his governing fair and just.
كثيرا من الأحبار والرهبان ليأكلون أموال الناس بالباطل ويصدون عن سبيل الله والذين يكنزون الذهب والفضة ولا ينفقونها في سبيل الله فبشرهم بعذاب أليم.
O you who have believed, indeed many of the scholars and the monks devour the wealth of people unjustly and avert them from the way of Allah. And those who hoard gold and silver and spend it not in the way of Allah, give them tidings of painful punishment.
يوم يحمى عليها في نار جهنم فتكوى بها جباههم وجنوبهم وظهورهم هذا ما كنزتم لأنفسكم فذوقوا ما كنتم تكنزون.
The day when it will be heated in the fire of hell and seared therewith will be their foreheads, their flanks, and their backs. It will be said, "This is what you hoarded for yourself, so taste what you used to hoard."